Princess Charlotte was the star of the show today as she joined her parents Prince William and Kate Middleton in Birmingham to cheer athletes competing in the Commonwealth Games. The Duchess of Cambridge, 40, was in high spirits as she arrived at the tournament alongside her husband the Duke, and their 7-year-old daughter, where they took their seats in Sandwell Aquatics Centre to watch the swimming heats. The mother of 3 appeared trendy in her £1,945 white Alexander McQueen trouser suit for the event, which she first wore during the Caribbean tour earlier this year. Meanwhile, Princess Charlotte, who was wearing a £44 Rachel Riley dress, appeared delighted to be attended the contest, gesturing wildly to her parents as they sat in the stands. Today's occasion marked the first time the little princess has joined her parents for a solo outing without one of her brothers, Prince George, 8, and Prince Louis, 4. In a cheeky display, the 7-year-old could be seen clapping along enthusiastically, sticking out her tongue and gasping at moments of action, while her mother tenderly tucked locks of her hair behind her ear which had fallen from her neat plaits. The little royal is proving to be quite the sporting fan. Days ago, she joined her father for a video message in sending her best wishes to the Lionesses ahead of the Euro 2022 final. Kate was dazzling in the £1,370 fresh white jacket with matching £575 trousers from her favourite designer Alexander McQueen. The mother of 3 has a close affiliation with Alexander McQueen, having worn the British fashion house's designs on notable occasions, most famously to her wedding in 2011. This is the 3rd time this year the Duchess has worn the suit, having first worn the suit during her controversy Caribbean tour earlier this year. She went on to visit a youth group with Prince William to mark Windrush Day. The royal swept her long brunette locks back from her face in a bouncy blow-dry for the occasion. Meanwhile, she kept her makeup neutral for the occasion, opting for a sweep of dark eyeliner and a touch of lipstick. Keeping her look simple, the Duchess opted for minimal jewelry, but added some glitz to her look with her Mappin Web Empress earrings in white gold. Today is just the latest public appearances from Princess Charlotte over the past few months. The little royal attended a number of different events to mark the Queen's Jubilee earlier this summer. Meanwhile, she and Prince George took part in their first official engagement at the same time, joining the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge to visit Cardiff in June. Princess Charlotte has become a favourite of royal fans thanks to her sassy personality. She has been snapped pulling funny faces, waving to photographers, and even sticking her tongue out on a family outing. Senior royals are representing the Queen at the Commonwealth Games as she continues to take a step back from royal duties. The monarch, 96, remains in residence in her Scottish home of Balmoral, in Aberdeenshire. Prince Charles stood in for his mother at the spectacular opening ceremony and was greeted by cheers as he drove into the stadium in an Aston Martin. Meanwhile, Sophie and Edward have made a number of appearances during the competition thus far. The couple attended the contest yesterday alongside their children Lady Louise, 18, and James, 14. James and Lady Louise joined the rest of the family for the Queen's Jubilee celebrations earlier this year, but have largely grown up away from the limelight. Lady Louise looked pretty in a pink and blue dress at the event, re-wearing a Peter Pilotto gown from her mother's wardrobe, while James and Sophie showed emotional reactions as they watched the action. The Countess first wore the pretty Pilato dress for a trip to the Chelsea Flower Show in May 2015. Last week, the Countess of Wessex re-wore a favourite blue pattern dress as she joined Prince Edward at the Commonwealth Games on Friday. Sophie donned a £795 frock from royal-approved designer Peter Pilato to take in the action across a number of sporting events. The couple started off with a trip to the gymnastics arena before taking their seats for a rugby sevens match. Prince Edward put on a particularly animated display, holding his head in his hands as he struggled to watch.